Welcome back to more Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. So, last time, we made more progress through Kadath Mandala. Beat 3 bosses last time, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. This time, yeah, we're just gonna be making more progress, defeating more bosses while we go through this. Like, so I'll talk about some topics about my past, basically. I'm very content with how I talked about them too. So, yeah. Just need to keep going up here, and then we're gonna keep doing what we've been doing. So, yeah. I guess one thing that was on my mind is the fact that, yeah, I think one thing that this scenario reminds me of is other like post-game scenarios in other RPGs that got re-releases. That's basically what this is. A lot of Final Fantasy games had these. Chrono Trigger had something like this too. Yeah, stuff like that basically. So yeah, and I wasn't sure if I like this one. As much as this, because the other thing about them is I'm actually not a very big fan of those like post-game dungeons. It kind of just felt like, I don't know, a bit uninteresting, I guess. I don't know. I don't think they add really anything too meaningful other than, you know, more dungeons to explore and then more puzzles to solve and stuff. Some of the puzzles were pretty irritating as well in some of those examples, so yeah. This though, I don't think this is too bad to be honest, but yeah, it does feel like, yeah, we're mostly just fighting her. Is what it feels like. A lot of bosses and stuff, but hey, you can dodge the fights if you want, and yeah, you do get rewarded pretty decently too, so it's interesting. But yeah, it's definitely not as... It's definitely a bit more complex, I guess, compared to the other scenarios. Because, yeah, those, yeah, you can't just, you know, battle your way through it. So, I think, yeah, that's another thing too about those two scenarios, the Share 1 2, yeah. The fact that, yeah, you only get Tatsu, which means that you can't really make good use of the combat that much. It's a bit weird, but yeah. It is what it is. Anyway. Yeah, in this part we should definitely talk to the Talos. They're getting very good with the chariot cards, but we might want more free cards. But I think, yeah, we talked a good amount of these already, I feel like, so it might be actually good. I mean, I actually want to say the second choice that I mainly just used the first choice because I think I can get away with it. I was mainly doing that in my grinding, so yeah. And there we go. Alright, here's the next pile. So no Mamaka Karcha because we can't go to the pub room. So let's use Isis. Yeah, we're gonna be using what am I trying to say? We're gonna be using Nuclear Crusher because yeah, this thing doesn't null it, so yeah. And in this yeah, actually nulling Dark isn't too bad. But yeah, most episodes should be immune to it anyway, but yeah, maybe I'll just go for I mean yeah, pretty much everyone should be nulling it anyway. I think I'm just gonna keep Alice just because again, Megadolon, this boss does have a weakness, so yeah, I can also heal Madeira. And so I think yeah, this will be what we do, and also yeah, either Tatsuya or Ulala can use like a magic Makatama on Balfour, I guess, because yeah, Balfour has the nuclear missiles, so yeah, that's good. And in the middle of the tower, the sad Great One, wreathed in profound sorrow. I am Izanami. I learned about the flaw of the souls at Yomotsu Hirosaka. Do you understand the reason why I wear a mask such as this? This Great One, the Queen of Yomi, was betrayed by her husband and so birthed rage and sorrow and death into the world. Well now, what is your answer? The myth of how Izanami and Izanagi created the country, and of Yomotsu Hirosaka and the Chibiki no Iwato. Anyone Japanese knows the scroll tale. Izanami died, giving birth to a beloved Izanagi's child and became a denizen of the underworld. When her husband came to retrieve her, she resolved not to show him her royal form. However, Izanagi broke this vow and looked upon his wife's hideous form. Interestingly enough, yeah, Izanagi's tale is actually kind of similar to Orpheus, and both of them are Stein personas, so that's kind of interesting. In shock, Izanagi fled, and Izanagi, mad with humiliation and rage, sent the ogres of Yomi to chase him. Izanagi managed to get away and sealed away the door at Yomotsu Hirosaka, which led to the land of the dead with the Chibiki no Iwa. However, Izanami's rage was not quelled. She cursed him by declaring she'd kill 1,000 of the people he governed on the earth each day. In response, her husband declared eternal divorce by saying he ensured 1,500 people are born each day. Until Izanami was betrayed by her husband thrice, no, 4 times. He looked when she told him not to. He ran away, and when he was supposed to have retrieved her, and he forced the divorce on her. She died giving birth to Kagasuchi, the god of fire, so upon losing his wife, Izanagi cut off his head in a fit of rage and killed him. That's awful. Even I'm better off than that. It's a good example of how conceited people are. No matter where you go, their feelings don't work out the way they want them to. What should Izanagi have done? He shouldn't have gone to see his dead wife. It's ridiculous, thinking it lead to anything good. Of course, it just made things worse. But you know, I like those kind of idiots. They just reek of humanity. You can't help falling in love. Even when you can't be together, you want to be. The reason this god says hiding her face is probably something like that too. You're an interesting lot. Now then, my Amna, what do you think? So yeah. So this one, yeah, the second option is the correct one. It avoids combat and you get 200 lovers cards, which is the one to see a raw face. So yeah. I'm gonna say the first option so we can fight her, so let's do that. Yes, that's it. He murdered my child in humility, and for that I hate him. I can't forgive him. The Grey One's head stood on end and thunder appeared, crawling around her whole body. If you say you'll cause 1,500 children to be born, then I'll kill 2,000 people. Oikasuchi, Honoi Kasuchi, Kuroi Kasuchi, Sakui Kasuchi, Makai Katsuchi, Suchi Katsuchi, Narui Katsuchi, Fusui Kasuchi. Burn all humans above the ground to death. Alright, let's fight Izanami. So yeah, she's kind of dangerous. All of her skills are pretty good, so yeah, let's see what we can do. So of course, let's go for Nuclear Jihad here, and actually no, I don't want to do it like that. I want to do it like this, so yeah. So yeah, Tatsuya, yeah, I guess he can just go for Make It Duel on here. He should do good damage to that. And then yeah, Lala, do I have a Makatama that boosts magic attack? Yeah, I do have one magic power Makatama. Hopefully this will be the only one I need. Because yeah, in the last battle, yeah, I realized that yeah, only Tatsu is doing a lot of damage. That's because yeah, he is the only one I Tarukachi, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I guess yeah, this we're getting a little bit of a power boost because yeah, you want to boost everyone. If you're using a fusion spell, then you get way more damage. That's also the reason why my honeycombs are doing too much. I think if I was Tarukachi in that last battle, then yeah, I might have been able to. Okay, yeah, that that was left on basically one shot. She has 3,000 HP. A lot of these bosses do, so yeah, so that wasn't too bad. Nuclear Crush is very strong. But yeah, she has Rotten Flesh, Curse Steam, and Thunder Crush, and Diorama. Yeah, these bosses have fusion spells as just regular attacks, which is kind of funny, so yeah. But for picking the wrong option, we get 50 Empress cards. Nine the others obtain Shiori's traps a huge amount of emotion left the tower motion behind. Alright, now we're in the unification of ego. I mean, this is a new, right, isn't it? It looks like it, so yeah. So yeah, let's go look at the unification of ego, and then yeah, let's figure out where we need to go. Alrighty, so yeah, the good thing is if we go, I think if we go south, you can enter the Velvet Room, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully that's correct. Anyway, let's go look up the signs again. Again, I guess I'll just go back and do Gyokoku Chote and Kaya. And then, yeah, keep Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. Yeah, these are signs are complete. Because if you have doors now, and yeah, they lead you to different places, obviously, so yeah. If I go around like this, then yeah, you should be able to get back to the Velvet Room. Because yeah, my map or guide, I should be saying, yeah, he did say that, yeah. You can go to We can go to the other room, so yeah, I'm probably gonna be preparing my personas for what's left, maybe. I'm not so sure if there's too many battles left, but yeah. I think from here on out, we don't need physical attackers too much, so I'm gonna be probably expecting my party around that. But yeah, maybe I'll keep like Guy around, because again, Mirador on Ula is actually kind of good, so yeah, especially if I wanna... never mind, I'll go this way. So I need to figure out another way. Let me look at the other map, because there's technically two maps I can use. Yeah, I did say that, yeah, I could go to the love room, so yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Oh, I see. You don't go through this way. You actually have to go back to where I was. You don't take the door at all. Look at the map. So yeah, instead, let's go for Orm, and then yeah. Once this is done, yeah, we'll obviously, you know, go and fight the next boss, so yeah. Do of that, maybe. So yeah, I guess we're gonna look at the guide again. Alright, this one's interesting. They resist our offense, so this is gonna be quite the rough battle, looks like, so yeah. Yeah, again, we can go for a similar strategy than last time, except we'll actually mark a card chest, so yeah. Probably, again, we'll see how good Nuclear Jihad is, so yeah. So let's go back in the door, and then yeah, all I need to do is just, is that actually, no, yeah, it is correct. Because all you do is you go around, and then you go down, and then yeah, you can get back to the other room. So I guess I'll talk to the Posha here. So what did he want to get happy again? Or ego, sorry. I know how to make him happy. It's fortune telling, pretty simple. So I go back to where I was in the guide. Alright, so yeah, just do a lot of talk stuff. Here's again, I could use 3 cards. So let's see. What do you want me to tell you? What about romance? Yeah, you didn't like that. You did like that. And all the time. So this gives you star cards. This enemy, but yeah, again, I'm actually no hermit. Never mind. I could use hermit, I guess. So yeah. So I want to go this way. Yeah, some of the platforms are spinning around. I think that's supposed to clue you in on the faster go, I think. Anyway, more Valkyries. We're gonna keep using here. I do like the fact that, yeah, because it is a special Thune spell like that, then yeah. It means that, yeah, I can just input it, and there you go. It's very convenient. And again, like I said, we can do more damage than this. It's just that, yeah, again, yeah. We can do more damage than this, but yeah. It's very convenient, is the thing, so yeah. So there we go. That should be an important message I just got. Anyway, worry about that later. Right now, though, let's keep going down here. Is that? No, that's not dungeon top. But yeah, going the wrong way though, yeah, has definitely meant I need to run to a lot of random cards, but it's okay. I guess it's more 3 cards for me. Yeah, we're almost done with the talking to these guys, but yeah, we can still talk to them for the Awakens, I guess. But again, I'm not so sure if we really want to do that, because then in a battle like this, I have to fight enemies that are immune to magic, which I'm not the biggest fan of, so yeah. Anyway, let's go up here. There's a ballroom, so yeah. Let's get the right personas out, so yeah. So yeah, here's what I think I'm gonna do. I'll swap out Viruchana for good old Odin, and I'll swap out Hyperion for where is he again? Pastor. There we go. That should be all the personas I need. I don't think I need to change things up anymore. I'll keep Guy because again the mirror dice is actually kinda nice, so yeah. I'm gonna keep using them like this, so yeah. Alrighty. So yeah. With that done. So yeah, now I need to figure out what tower was it again? We need to go. We need to go to the Tower of Ethics, and the Tower of Ethics is to our right. So yeah. So I'm gonna look at my other map to make this a bit easier. It looks like yeah, if we just keep going right, we'll basically get there. So yeah, it shouldn't be too much fun. It's a bit more complicated than that, but yeah, it's fine. The only problem is SP. Again, maybe it's not wise to fight because I mean yeah, why not fight it? Because yeah, my SP could be in a bit of trouble, so yeah, that's the main reason why I'm a bit worried. So yeah, but here we can go with amazing on that guy. Something interesting about him is that yeah, in Persona 1 there was Yorkshire. He was one of the bosses. It's kind of unrememberable to be honest. I think the only cool thing about him is that yeah, he was good in the post. And Yellow Photep was also in Persona 1, but yeah. But yeah, Yorkshire, yeah, he actually mentions that dude by name when you fight him, and then Mark is like sharp. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Anyway, we'll go for this. Oh yeah, if there is an important fight where I feel like I need more SP, then yeah, I'll probably, just run around with like a golden honey or something. That's something you could do. This area actually doesn't have any of the, like, special encounters. Like, you're not gonna find, you're not gonna find the dragons again. Actually, the Hakas. You're not gonna find Chtullu, you're not gonna find Dark Alice, nothing like that, so yeah. I don't think you will. They didn't really say anything about them appearing in the random encounters, so yeah. Anyway, they want to talk to me. And it's actually a dude out of the factors, that's good. And yeah, keep on saying crooked shortcut. Alright, and then yeah, we can just do this. Yeah, this guy can still keep giving us cards. I think yeah, if I keep talking to him like this, I'm probably gonna max out, which is perfect because yeah. So comparatively worked done, that's good. Foolish Demon did not work. And yeah. That worked though, so there you go. Don't need to get the pack back, so that's good. There you go. Again, basically, because I want to do New Game Plus at this, I obviously want to have as many free cards as possible, so yeah. That's the main reason why. Although, the Dart Transfer is still something you can do, I'm pretty sure, so yeah. Saying you can get some free cards doing now, so yeah. And yeah, once again, I'll use another here. Because yeah, I just, feel like it. Again, these others can mutate, which would be nice because yeah, I've been using them quite a bit, so yeah. I guess yeah, maybe for this fight, yeah, maybe we'll get we'll use some more instance of Valkyrie. I did get a couple last time. So yeah. And there you go. I mean, the stuff with this Anami though, I was just thinking about too, it's interesting. Because yeah, they went into a lot of detail about her to be fair, so yeah. Which is interesting. I think one thing about I'm not gonna say it. There was something interesting about, Persona 4 because yeah. Stuff let's just say. It is something I would be interested in. Let's just say that yeah, there is a character that comes to mind that I wish got a bit more attention, that's okay. So yeah, let me look at my horns for a second. I have 4 of them, that's a pretty decent amount. So let's use them on Balfu. There we go. That should help them out quite a bit. So like I said, yeah, I think you just go up, and then yeah, then we'll be good. Now this fight, yeah, this one's interesting because the actual attempt I'm not going to fight. I will show the fight still because I can save obviously before then, so yeah. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, I'll still show the fight because yeah, again, these fights here, they're not the most interesting fights in the world, but yeah, I did want to, at least show all of them. Now, there'll be some fights I definitely don't want to do, but hey. It's okay, it's okay. Again, if the fight, goes badly, then yeah, I can honestly just reload and not fight them, so yeah. And yeah, more stats of Shiva, I'll definitely take that. And yeah, one cool thing is, yeah, Tatsu's about to level cap. That should be interesting. That'll be the first time we've seen a character level cap in these. There's no 2 games, so yeah. One more pass through, and then yeah, we'll be at the boss. So yeah, like I said, Before, yeah, I think I'm just gonna chat up with these guys. Yeah, we're gonna be full on cards, chariot cards at least, so yeah. That's cool, I guess. You don't want to say has already? Me not thinking very hard there. Alright, let's see it. Yeah, I broke the pack, so yeah, I need to get it back. That's okay. He is again. He's kind of nice to have a pack with, so yeah. I would just, yeah, didn't answer the questions very well, let's just say. So let's go with this. Yeah, there is a Trish Spring, I might just take it to be honest. We'll see if one pops up though. Because yeah, I don't think there was one around there, so yeah. But there you go. That is that. And we do get another mutation, good. Once again on Shiva, he gets his unknown ability. And we get an Annihilation card from the R-Plug, so that's kind of funny. I'll definitely take that. But anyway, here we go. So like I said, yeah, I definitely want to save, but yeah, we're going to be using good old nuclear jihad again. So yeah, you want this time Yokobu Jote, and then you want Odin's. There we go. That should do us nicely. But yeah, like I said, I might not actually make this fight canon, because yeah, let's just say the reward you get from it is a bit too good. So yeah. Alrighty, so yeah. Let's go. I will at least show the fight. But anyway, we got Nyarlathotep music. Because, yeah, we have a very fierce looking great one. Oh, humans, eh? It's a long time since I've seen humans in this abyss retain their self-identities. Not since I saw that man Carter, 25,940 days ago. Let me pose a question to Divine whether the time has once again come to sell my feud with the blind, raving god who puts unthinking faith in absolute good. By your perspective, does unyielding good exist? This powerful creature is defeated by the most righteous Ahura Mazda, and was cast into the abyss long before the waking world was born. Well, now, what is your answer? So this is Angra Mainyu, and they ain't seen justice or goodness. That was more than skin deep. I've seen enough evil to make you spew. There are also crimes of conscience, where one commits a crime with good intentions, all because one thinks it's right. This stuff is hard, I don't get it, but you're talking about some kind of reference point so you can see which things are good and evil? I really like it if I had that. Good and evil have nothing to do with it, you just do what you have to. Alright, so yeah. That style of choice is the one we're going to be doing after this, but yeah. Because yeah, I'll show the rewards, so that's what I'm going to say it now. Let's go with the second choice. I want good and evil relative. Indeed, good and evil are relative, but no clear distinction between them. They cannot exist. What is good or evil is to you is nothing more than your interpretation. However, rivalry is necessary for interpretation of conflict. I'll put this in real terms for you. For an interpretation that fails to accompany personal experience is nothing more than a delusion. In the Great One's hand, the shining epic's Traxahedron appeared. To you, I'm evil possessing this Traxahedron, and to me, you are evil for desiring it. Now, through this interpretation, rejoice, exult in your self-indulgence. Now, let's fight Angry Mainyu. So, yeah, he resists all magic, so we want to use Mamaka Kacha here. And we're going to be using Nuke Chahato. And yeah, I'm going to hope that he doesn't reflect Nuke. It doesn't say he does, so yeah, that's what I'm going to hope. So let's go for Mamaka Kacha here. His stats are very good, so yeah, this could be a pretty rough battle. And also, yeah, you want Tetrarch in this fight most likely. So let's go for Nuclear Jihad. Yeah, Nuclear Jihad, yeah, it's one of our strongest unit spells, has some of the highest base power. So yeah, as long as the enemy doesn't immune to nuke, it's one of your best choices. So there we go, very good damage. And he just physical attacks, good. So yeah, now I'm gonna go for another one. Too bad we're going a bit slowly, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do all this. So so he's gonna get another turn off, which isn't great. Tatsuya, he can go for Vishnu now. I mean, Vishnu technically, Vishnu's probably is a bit bulkier. I'll go for Mickey Dawn here. And then Ulala can go into Alice, I think. I think everyone's immune to light and dark, which is like mainly uses. So I'm gonna do Madeira, I think. He just Wreck Attack's good. He should go down this turn, considering the damage Nuclear Hat did. So I go. Because he has both Dark Verdict and Eternal Black and Dark Baptism. Yeah, he basically has a lot of Dark attacks. So yeah, you want to obviously counter that. And yeah, this should do it. Yeah, some of these guys are very unfitting voice lines, and must admit. But anyway, Tatsuya is level cap now. And yeah, there's his stats. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, we get 50 Justice cards. And yeah, we obtained the Transition Ethics. But yeah, like I said though, and we're actually in a new area now. But like I said though, I think it's actually better if we get the right answers. So I'm gonna load and we're gonna go to the question. Alright, here we go. So here what we want to say is absolute good exists. From antiquity up until now, you humans have brought about the destruction of innumerable enemy tribes and countries in need of God and called it good. Is this good? To reveal a sense of self, you determine what is good with your morals. However, for the sake of your survival, you have always struck down others, devoured and destroyed them, and called it good. However, that is not required. The provenance of nature is essentially selfish and evil. The motivation of life is the reproduction and expansion of its own kind. You humans are not alone in this. All God's creatures, great and small, live the fundamental truth of evil. Even knowing this, does good exist? What you say is true, it invalidates your own existence. If there's no good, then evil can't possibly exist. Padawan twisted his mouth as if to say he was in total agreement. Precisely. If there's no boundary between good and evil, if they do not exist in the first place, then Ahura Mazda never existed from the start either. Do you not think this means our best him in our eternally recurring rivalry? So no truth, just however you want to spin at her, guess you think like her. So basically, you spend all your time ranting about how you lost and how you'll do next round. Pretty ironic that the god of evil himself is denying his own existence. Way to go, pal. The shining efforts Transition appeared in the powerful one's hand. Do teach this guardian of justice and goodness too how empty what she protects is. And yeah, he leaves with the shining epic Transition is left and the strong one despair. And yeah, you get full cards on this, and yeah, this is the main reason why you want to maybe do this before Samaro Castle, if you are able to get through that, because the only required battles are the first one, and then Azazel's pretty rough, but if you're able to get past him, then you get these full cards, because you can obviously answer the questions correctly and not have to fight the other bosses, so yeah. So that's nice. But yeah, this is not repeatable though. If you come back here, he'll give you 200 justice cards instead, so yeah. And yeah, we get the Transition. So there we go. Now we have some full cards, and these transfer to New Game Plus, so I obviously want those. Alright, so with that done, this area is massive, let's just say, so yeah, what we need to do is we need to go to the Tower of Memory. This is the Perception of the Outer World. Pretty cool sounding name. So yeah, I'm wondering if we can maybe access. I don't think it said we could, so I'm probably just going to. Yeah, we're just gonna beeline it to the Tower of Memory, and the Tower of Memory is it's basically like bottom left of this area. So yeah. Luckily though, I don't think it's too bad to get to, I think. I think all we need to just do is go down here. Then we're here. Then we go over here. And get into a random encounter. We can talk to the Apostle again. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. This time, and yeah, let's hope that I don't mess this up like I did last time, so yeah. With the, Talos. So, let's see. Come out of here again. Yeah, like that. And one time. So, there you go. So, there's another door. Taking us, over here, and this is actually right next to... Actually, no. Is that right next to where we need to go? I hope it is. I have my doubts. Let's just say so, yeah. I think I went the wrong way, so... we're just gonna have to take the swap. Alright, where am I? Is the problem. Because I took the wrong turn. I know where I am, but the problem is I don't know what these warp us. Okay, I'm over here now. I think. Oh, this is it. Okay, I accidentally went the right place, so I guess that worked. Now here's actually not a fight, so we don't need to change anything. Let's go. Because it's Nodens. And he actually doesn't want to fight us, so yeah, but the dialogue choice still kind of matters, so yeah. In the middle of the tower, the sand, Elder God filled with majesty. Platoon, fall in, look smart, attention! Good work, Chtullu. And yeah, these two are allies, so that makes sense. Parade rest, at ease. The channel before you is Nodens, Lord of the Grey Abyss, Avatar Master Philemon who dwells in the far region even deeper than this abyss. That's actually kind of cool. His aid will undoubtedly be useful to you lot in your battle against the crawling chaos. Anyway, now the photo's back. In the Elder God's hand, the shining memory tetrahedron appeared. This is the memory of the lost child whom you will seek. Memory occasionally brings about much distress and suffering, but it's absolutely vital to distinguish oneself from others and manufacture one's own psyche. Ever since it began, life's memory has accumulated unbroken, passing through individual experiences that spanning several generations, and so has given shape to Gaddath in the collective unconsciousness, thereby becoming a foundation for the next generation. Even if the roots of the world are directed by fear and anxiety, never forget that the true essence of life is brimming with joy. You must not stop seeking the answer why life was born in a cosmos progressing towards absurdity and chaos. Life brims with joy, bringing about balance in a universe predestined to heat death, that allows the world to live in a long time. Shining memory tetrahedron was left behind when the Elder God disappeared. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but I guess he was cheering us on. It's got nothing to do with us. We're up to our next of that bullshit already. Just ignore it. I've heard about how life is a unique system that decreases entropy. Thermodynamically, the aggregate amount of the energy of the universe is fixed. Only the form it takes is different. In a closed room, hot will eventually cool, but it's not that the heat is lost. It's just been dispersed to its surroundings. The total amount of heat in the room has not changed. It's the same if you apply this to the universe. It's said that the universe progresses forward from an orderly to a disorderly state and eventually reach heat death. Suda was saying something like that too. I've heard that the only thing that introduces negative entropy or negatropy is life. Supposedly it offsets the increase of entropy within its own systems and works towards maintaining order. The reason why the Earth is as full of life as it is now is because life itself brought about order to nature. Nature normally proceeds towards chaos, but life produces change in its environment. Bring about order so the universe doesn't die? Does that mean that that's what everyone's psyche's for? Yeah, but maybe we think that's a valid way of thinking because it's us thinking. Try to remember where this place is. Yep, so... I mean, yeah, this one's pretty obvious. If you say the first option, you get 200 Hermit cards. If you say the second option, you get 50 Death cards. That's what I like to believe. At the very least, that way is more positive. Let's think positive, right? And we get 200 cards. And now we have the Trapsahedron of Memories. So yeah, we're back in the inner world, and yeah, we can go get the we can go back to the Velvet Room and the Trish Spring actually. So yeah, we don't need the Velvet Room. I'm very happy with our personas, but I will take the Trish Spring though. I think yeah, before the final battles, I'll make sure that yeah, I'm full on SP. But yeah, for timing, yeah, we can keep using form and stuff. So yeah, let's do that. Well, yeah, I guess one thing I do kind of like is, yeah, the characters, thinking about philosophy and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. So, yeah. Hey, who do I have wrong here? I guess it's you, right? So, let's go to Vishnu. Let's go for that form again. So, yeah. Because, again, it's been doing the work. So, yeah. So, yeah, where do we need to go next? That's what I need to figure out next. No, yeah, first of all, let's go heal. So we need the Tower of Wisdom, I believe. And we definitely want to save before entering, so yeah. Yeah, it's that fight. I'm not so sure if I want to do this fight or not, to be honest. You'll see. It'll make a lot of sense why in a bit. But yeah, Tatsuya still needs to get to level 99, but that's okay. I'll show it at least, but the thing happens, then yeah, I'll reload, and I'll show the other option, I think, so yeah. So how much? That's not too bad. So there we go. Yeah, if you make it cheaper, it makes things quite a bit better, I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, so yeah. So yeah, where is Wisdom in this area? It is to the south, actually. South, east. So, let me look at the other map to figure that one out. This one is a lot more complicated, I think. I guess, yeah, what we need to do is actually need to loop around, basically, so yeah. So that's a bit annoying, also we can't... Oh yeah, again, I think, yeah, one problem is that, yeah, I keep turning myself around like that because when you enter the doors, it does, like, put you in some random direction. I mean, that's my only criticism with the exploration so far, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, more things to on, but we can actually talk to you, so that's what I'm gonna do. Get even more hermit cards. He doesn't like when I say that. That kind of makes a lot of sense to be honest, so yeah. But yeah, the kind of thing about all this philosophy and stuff, it's quite interesting. I think I did kind of want to get into philosophy, but yeah, I think I was more interested in religion. I feel like, yeah, one interesting thing is that, yeah, one of my best subjects in school was religious studies, actually. I don't really know why, to be honest, but yeah, even to this day, I think I just had a good knack for it, and also, yeah. I think I had a good knack for it, and then, yeah. I mean, I guess there's a couple of reasons we could think about that. Again, I am religious myself, so I can kind of get it too. I think I also just had a very good working environment too. All my teachers that teach religious studies are extremely good, so yeah. There's that. And then, of course, yeah, I think, yeah, one reason why I got into Shin Megami Tensei in the first place was, you know, the fact that, yeah, all your allies, whether they're demons or personas, yeah, the fact that, yeah, they're all based on some kind, I wouldn't say all of them, of course, some are based on demons, obviously, but yeah, a lot of them are religious beings, so yeah, I think that's one reason why, again, this series kind of appealed to me a lot. It also meant that, yeah, there was more ways for me to learn about religion, even past, school and stuff, because, yeah, I wouldn't take my religious studies any further after, school, basically. Anyway, we'll talk to Saji here because he's immune to magic. I mean, actually, no, I don't need to do that. I can still own him because, yeah, I have my physical attackers. I almost forgot about that, so yeah. You know, technically, yeah, I could use the Magician cards because, yeah, I think I did use them to make my new Isis, so yeah. Anyway, let's go for this. And yeah, once again, yeah, we'll just keep going for these Ramen cards. Okay, maybe because, yeah, I could get, more cards and more money too, actually. Money might also transfer over. I'm thinking, yeah, once we are, you know, once we are done with, oh, once I'm about to do New Game Plus, I mean, what I'll probably do is, yeah, I will go over what transfers over New Game Plus, look at my guides, so yeah. Anyway, there we go. My almost about to get a level up. And yeah, like I said, yeah, I think you just, like, go downwards now, so yeah. But yeah, let me go back to where we are in the guide. So yeah, like I said, yeah, you just kind of keep going down here, so yeah. I guess one interesting thing is that, that I also thought about was, I did watch a video yesterday, but that basically said that there aren't any warp puzzles in Persona. Technically, there are, like, warps in Persona 1 and 2, I guess. More so Persona 2. But I wouldn't say there's any warp mazes, though. Like, yeah, I mean, there was definitely a maze in, in this ice castle, but that wasn't really a warp maze. That was more like a staircase of, with maze. Or, yeah, completely butcher what I was saying there. Basically, yeah, it's maze or lost staircase is what I was trying to say. So yeah, and that was just kind of interesting. But yeah, unlike Shin Megami Tensei, yeah, Persona doesn't really do warp puzzles as much. So yeah. Especially because, yeah, Persona 3 and 4, I don't know how well it will work with their random dungeons, basically, so yeah. I mean, that's one reason why I don't see that, so yeah. And of course, I will say the remake does anything about the random dungeons, because, yeah, I think the thing about them in Persona 4 is that, yeah, they were a lot more straight lines. They were more like straight lines like compared to Persona 3, so yeah, that's something you could see, you know, get changed a little bit, so yeah. But we'll see. Again, that remake is still going to be a long ways off, so yeah. And mine's about to go level up. That's definitely very nice. Even though, yeah, again, all of our both stats are maxed out. I think luck can be good. I'm not so sure what it does exactly, other than for the sweepstakes and stuff. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I did not save before going in, so yeah, this is awkward. Because yeah, I actually thought there was water this place, but anyway, it means that yeah, I had to backtrack a little bit, but that's okay. If the bad thing happens. Yeah, it's gross. Well, you know, I could do a save state. That's probably the smart thing to do. Unfortunately, I wish I did save before this, but it's okay. Again, I was, I was in a bit of a hurry, wasn't I? This elder thing is a member of an alien race that long ago descended to ancient Earth. Due to their advanced intelligent civilization, they flourished across the land and created all life on your planet. The elder thing clutched a shiny tetrahedron of wisdom in its tentacles, which shows signs of discomfort. An alien creature, I have trouble comprehending how something like this could be a part of us. In the waking world, there are people with incomprehensible languages and likewise races whose culture is difficult to understand. So you're saying we project an image of fear and anxiety onto those foreign and different? If it's from a civilized species, it might be able to communicate its purpose, but the other thing made a whistling sound as its tentacles undulated. What is this thing trying to talk? Well, now, mind. Alright, so yeah, here, yeah. You probably don't want to fight this thing, so you want to pick the first option. Again, like I said, yeah, this thing is quite dangerous, but yeah, like I said, I didn't save because I was an idiot, so I'm gonna do the good old save state, I think, so yeah, let me do that. Alright, we'll just do that. Again, like I said, I should definitely save before fighting this guy, but it's okay, so yeah. Again, first option, we don't fight him. Second option, we do fight him, so, maybe it's angry. What? Kill a vehicle, you know? Alrighty, let's see if we can kill it before I can do the thing. It's actually weak to ice, so yeah, maybe we can. But it is definitely stronger than the other dudes, so yeah. What do you do here? Maya needs to go into Autonomous. And I think Baofu needs to go into Odin. And then Ulala needs to go into that's not Ulala. Ulala needs to go into Gyokuku. So there we go. Because yeah, it should be pretty obvious what I'm trying to do here. We're gonna be going for Mamaka Kacha. And we're gonna be going for Ice Crush. It's actually with the ice, so yeah. So let's give it a go. So yeah, this thing is the old one. I'm pretty sure this is also a Chtullu monster. It definitely feels like one, so yeah. I guess that's one thing about me, yeah. I kind of just default to Chtullu monster when I talk about Lovecraft monsters. I don't know, I guess Cthulhu is easier to say than Lovecraft, which is kind of funny when you think about it like that, so yeah. But anyway, here's a nice crush. Tentacle, good. So yeah. I mean, that could be bad considering how much damage it could do. But luckily though, it doesn't do too much. So yeah, and we outspeed him, so lucky us. So we're gonna go for another Ice Crush and finish the job. So yeah. So this thing is full of misfortune. Yup. That's what I was most afraid of. But luckily don't have to worry about that. So yeah, we're just gonna kill him. With a nice Ice Crusher. We actually almost one-shot with the Ice Crusher, which is pretty cool. So yeah. And he's gone. And it does give Maya a level up, so that's cool. Level 81. So yeah, we're gonna get more luck. And we got 50 star cards, and we got the Trasahedron of Wisdom. Now we're here, unfortunately. The section of the Outer World. So yeah. So I'm thinking we'll go to the next boss, and then I think we're gonna end things because yeah, I think for the next part we're gonna have a big long boss rush. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna be doing. So yeah, I mean, like I said, let's go to the next fight. So yeah. Now we can actually do some chopping, but I don't think we actually need it, so yeah, I think we're gonna be pretty fine. So yeah, let me figure out where do I need to go next, basically. So we went to the, what tower did we go to last time? Is what I'm trying to figure out. It was Wisdom, so where does that take us in this place again? I think I know where it takes us, so yeah. Okay, this is actually not too bad, I think. If I'm thinking this correctly. Yeah, I don't think this is too bad, as long as I don't lose my way with this map. So yeah, also, let's go up and zones back to what they were. I'm thinking, yeah, do we fight the next boss now? Or I think maybe we do fight the next boss, actually, so yeah. Because the last two are gonna be quite long battles, so yeah. Anyway, so who do I want? Oh yeah. I need to change things up quite a bit, actually. So you want Gaia, and then you want Yokoku Chote, and then you want yeah, Gaia, obviously. I don't, I feel a little lost, I guess, but anyway, we've got too much interplay. Alright, so yeah. What I need to do here is I need to go this way. But yeah, it's imperative that, yeah, I make it so the map faces north. So yeah. Now, like I said, yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe we do fight the next boss, and the next time, yeah, we fight the last two. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. So we'll go for here. So yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, we'll end this part, we'll fight the last two bosses the next part, and then yeah, I guess one more part before I go for New Game Plus. I'll talk about New Game Plus, I think. So yeah. Basically everything that, you know, transfers. And then yeah, if I need to make game preparations before that part, then yeah, I can. So yeah. Most likely I probably will need to, so yeah. So let's go into this door. Let's are we facing north? We are actually. So we either go straight right or we can go down and go to Satomi Dashi, but actually no. Am I actually where I think I am? Did I go backwards, I think? I don't think I did, but... Again, yeah, this place is confusing me quite a bit, so yeah. I'm gonna try this door. And then that puts us over here. And that puts us back here. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take this door again. Yeah, this is actually a warp base, actually, with these doors, so never mind what I said before, so yeah. And yeah, this part is gonna be going on for a little bit, but it's okay, so yeah, again, the map doesn't do what I think it does, basically, is what I'm figuring out here, so yeah. Maybe let's suck at the other map, maybe that's what I need instead. Yeah, there you go. And we do have mutation, good. But yeah, like I said, yeah, this map, yeah, this one's really hard to read, not gonna lie. Again, Agitan cards, that's cool. Yeah, this is where this place starts to get a bit annoying, I guess. So now we go here. Is this where I want to be, I wonder? I feel like I want to go up. See if this actually helps. Again, maybe the advice has something that can help us here, but again, yeah, I'm not really using that. I'm trying to use my map instead, so yeah. Yeah, I think I actually just go straight up. That's what I'm thinking, so yeah. There we go. And we get another mutation, good. On Vishnu, so there you go. More the tree which are getting mutations, and Ulala gets a level up. Although, yeah, once again, her stats are cut, so yeah. There's more Heat SP. And this leads us back here again. Well, that's annoying. I think we go straight up again. And this leads us somewhere we haven't been yet, apparently. Okay, I think this is actually where we want to be. I think now I just go left, and then we're good. I hope. Again, yeah. This, again, if I didn't make this clear before, yeah, this is my first time exploring this place, so yeah. That'd be a bit confusing, I must admit, so yeah. Anyway. We'll go for this. But yeah, without, you know, that past experience, yeah, this place, yeah, definitely a little bit confusing, I must admit, so yeah. But there you go. And yeah, Katsu's about to get a level up. Baofu, yeah, he's a bit far, and he does need a little help with SP. Again, maybe going to Tomidachi would be smart, but... Because, yeah, it's actually south of us. How many train souls do I have? But again, I kind of want to keep my money high, so yeah. I mean, with all these string souls, America summons, I think we're fine. So you know, I'm just gonna go here, and we are here. So the Tower of Perception. So yeah, what do I need in this fight? Is again, all these assumptions should be fine. We can't avoid combat this time, so. Alright, so this guy is weak to fire, so we obviously want to use fire against him. Let's have a look at personas. So yeah, most likely what that's going to mean is that also ailments. There's going to be a lot of ailments in this fight, so yeah. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go into good old Nano, who we haven't actually used yet. Because they're going to be trying to go for meltdown, so. Anyway, so you're going to go into Gyoko Kuchote. And then, yeah, let me see. So, Brahma, he has Malakadine, which isn't helpful for us. Yeah. Vishnu does have both Marakidine and Malakadine, so yeah. I guess you're going to be using Guy in this spell for the Earth skill. At least the start of it. Then you can probably switch it to Brahma later. But anyway, I think, yeah, let's go with this. We'll obviously buff up and then we're going to burn him. So yeah. And yeah, let's actually save before I fight this time and not be super reckless. So there you go. And yeah, the addition started to then, you know, make it clear. It actually makes your file red, which is kind of interesting. Alright. Let's set a great old one, and also get the unseen roads, because it's kind of thing for this guy. God, it's so nasty! Yeah. This is Dagon, another Cthulhu monster. One of the more powerful ones, too, I think. Enemy incoming! This great one is the rule of the filthy deep ones, followers of the great Cthulhu that have made its kin. Unlike the others, you will not be able to parley with this one. He is attempting to spirit away Shiori Miyashiro's body from Ifqua, who is the kin of his enemy Hustle. He intends to implant it with their master Cthulhu's abominable spawn. Grey Old One grit the shine, trust the heat of perception, and sinister what hand. What did he say? And he's saying that again. That's a hell of a voice. Yeah, it feels like it's physically running my brain. You must not listen to the peeing. It will seize control of your psyche and transform the lot of you into believers of the call of Cthulhu. Oh, you'll say that. Oh, it's making everyone say that. Like hell, look shot, sorry, Sawa, Sur. Oh, good thing we got stuff out of that. Alright, let's like Dagon. I think Dagon is a demon that people would like to see in more games. It would be interesting. But anyway. I do not have a marker culture, so who needs to put on Odin? Oh yeah, it was you. So let's do that. So yeah, let's go for the good old Mamaka culture. And we're gonna go for a meltdown here. Like so. Maya used the fire skill here, obviously. Again, like I said, this guy mainly uses status stuff, so that's a bit annoying. He also has Archery Tide. So yeah. They're probably gonna be spending a lot of time trying to cure that, so yeah. Anyway, Mamakacha. He also has a bit more health too, yeah, 6,000 HP, so yeah. Might take 2 or 3 of these. But we are hitting a weakness, which is good. So yeah, that's a nice meltdown. Nice, I need 2 of them. Charming Melody, of course that charms. And you got cuts, yeah? So we're gonna need to do something about that. So how do I want to do this? Babu, does he have a center we can go into for this? The Shiva? I guess, yeah, I'm gonna need... I guess, yeah, someone has to go into Isis, right? Nah, probably will have to be Babu, because I'm gonna just melt down him again before Katsu's turn. That's the idea, so yeah. Like so. And that should be it. Hopefully. It might not be enough. So then, yeah, I need to stop this battle once that happens. I guess I can stop it prematurely. So yeah, we'll go for that. I did a lot more. There you go. That's Dagon. And Katsu gets a level 1. Awesome stuff. The Dagon vanished, the shiny object flew in the air. Near it, Chtullu leapt back in as if they slipped through space. Good work, platoon. In commendation, I salute you. Well, thank you very much. Oh, my head's still pounding. Yeah, I'd be better off with a hangover. No, don't say that. Hey, Sude, it's over. It's all over already. Huh? Maybe that's why he got shot. What a terrible enemy that was. That's just sad. Take a page from a Mono's book. Okay. So yeah, here if you say the first slot, you get 50 Chariot cards. So the second slot, you get 50 Devil cards. So yeah, let's do that. No, it's nothing. So that guy just now was the 9th, huh? Just 2 more. That's already my name. And yeah, 50 double cards. I say, don't you forget about Carter's Tratsahedron. Ah, you completely forgot. Well, at this rate, you'll undoubtedly encounter it should you continue to recur Shiro Miyashira's Tratsahedrons. You already call its eye, after all. And we get the Tratsahedron of Perception. Alright, and we're back in the inner world now. So, and yeah, you do have access to the Velvet Room, although you need to go pretty out of your way for it. So yeah, kind of similar with the next area, but we'll worry about that next time, obviously. So yeah, so next time it's going to be the final 2 battles, which should be a lot of fun. And yeah, that'll probably all we do then. And then yeah, part of that we'll talk about New Game Plus. I think that's going to be our plan moving forward. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. So yeah, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.